Good morning, everyone. And I first want to say thank you for being a friend, a partner, a technical advisor, and someone that I could always talk to about what was going on in the industry and get insight. And as you know, over those 20 some odd years, we developed, at your request, a lot of problem-solving products. And for that, we all should be grateful. The market should be grateful, because the better the security system is, the more protection there is afforded to our customers. Now, the reason I'm back, I'll word it that way, the reason I'm back is that new technology is coming on board. And I thought it would be time to discuss that. I'm open to your suggestions, because this is new technology, and as we've had always, I learn from you. All I do, which is something probably odd in the industry, but I actually listen, and I actually design things according to what you want. You're the people who use it. What do I know about putting these systems together? So, to start with, the major point that has been progressing along is the resolution of the camera systems and the products that support the higher resolution. 4K has been around for a while. It's internet, and I know a lot of contractors are moving in that direction, rightfully so. But I have of late run into some contractors, old friends, that were looking to put in, as we call it, an analog HD, TVI, CVI, AHD system that would work at the same level as 4K. I will just drift off a little bit here, because this is real world. The camera manufacturer, which is a big camera manufacturer, the contractor, who's been around longer than I have, and no one seemed to be able to figure out what the problem was with this 4K, as they called it, analog HD system. So Paul and I talked about it. Now you got his first name, you can figure out the rest. Paul and I talked about it, and I just simply asked, are you using the proper resolution baling? Because what they wanted to do is, where the twisted pair, the UTP cable was there, they didn't want to go IP because it was too expensive. The camera manufacturer said you could do HD, TVI, CVI, AHD at 4K, and it's the same resolution, and it's cost a lot less. So they used the twisted pair cable that was there with the balins that I created about 25 years ago, and some of you may remember the part number, BLN MTL2. Well, as it turns out, they were using either a 2 or a 5 megapixel balun. Useless. The picture stunk. And no one knew what the problem was. And that got me thinking. I didn't realize that you and I haven't, all of you and I haven't been talking about these things for the last couple of years. So I decided to go back to the video and start presenting information regarding this technology. Bottom line, if you're using a 4K, as someone may call it, that's the internet. In the analog HD world, that is 8 megapixel balun. I can tell you that all of the major camera manufacturers have it. The information is out. Contractors are looking at it. Customers are looking at it. So I felt there was a need to get the product information out to support those systems. So I'm going to make two statements, which it took me 20 years to make one. This time it's only going to take me 6 months. I'm going to make two. Never use a 50 ohm connector again. And always use an 8 megapixel balun. Never a 2 or a 5 megapixel balun again. And I support that in that the product I have is less expensive than the 50 ohm connectors and the 2 and the 5 megapixel baluns. So you get a far superior product at a much lower cost. And I think that will resonate in your pocketbooks, your hearts, and your minds. As I go forward with this presentation, I will present each of the types of products within the wiring infrastructure realm that you should be using. I will offer some of the tricks of the trade that I have learned over the years that may help you. I hope they do, and I hope this information is of value.